Gros Michel, the banana that no Westerner born after 1965 has ever eaten. From the 1880s through the early 1960s, Gros Michel was the global commercial banana, exported from United Fruit Company plantations in Honduras, Guatemala, and Costa Rica to North American and European supermarkets in roughly 99% of trade volume. It was sweeter, creamier, and firmer than the Cavendish that replaced it. In 1903, a U.S. confectioner named Frank Fleer synthesized isoamyl acetate as an artificial flavor to mimic the Gros Michel for candy, and that compound is still the basis of every banana-flavored sweet on a shelf today. Modern viewers who think candy tastes nothing like real banana are correct. They have never tasted the banana the flavor was based on. Race 1 Panama disease, a soil fungus, wiped Gros Michel out of commercial cultivation across Latin America by 1965. Cavendish, the replacement, and now 99% of global banana trade by export volume. Every Cavendish on every supermarket shelf is genetically identical, descended from a single mutation grown at Chatsworth House in Derbyshire, England in 1834, in the greenhouse of William Cavendish, the 6th Duke of Devonshire, who lent the variety its name. The plant is a triploid hybrid of Musa acuminata and Musa balbisiana, sterile and seedless, propagated only through suckers cut from the parent stem. Annual global production runs around 120 billion pounds, of which roughly 20% enters international trade. The dominant exporters are Chiquita, the renamed United Fruit, plus Dole and Del Monte. American per capita banana consumption sits at about 28 pounds per year, more than apples and oranges combined. The genetic uniformity that makes Cavendish profitable to ship and uniform in supermarket appearance is also the trait that leaves it defenseless against the same kind of soil disease that took Gros Michel out of commercial production. Plantain, botanically the same Musa genus as a Cavendish but starchier and lower in sugar, eaten cooked rather than raw. The starch-to-sugar ratio stays high until the peel has turned completely black, which is when most West African and Caribbean cooks consider the fruit ripe enough to fry. Plantain underpins the daily caloric intake of roughly 70 million people across Central Africa, the Caribbean, and the Andean lowlands. Ghanaian kelewele is plantain cubed, spiced with ginger and chile, and deep-fried. Puerto Rican tostones are green plantain rounds smashed flat and twice fried. Ugandan matoke is steamed green plantain mashed into a savory paste, and the East African highland banana subgroup that produces it is itself a distinct genetic cluster grown across Uganda, Rwanda, and Tanzania at roughly 25 million tons of annual local consumption. A pound of plantain retails for under $1 in most U.S. Latin and African grocers. Red Dacca, also called Cuban red, red Spanish, or simply red banana, this variety came to the Americas from Southeast Asia through Caribbean trade routes in the 19th century. The skin runs from maroon to deep purple red when ripe, and the flesh is a pale pink-orange tinted by the same carotenoid pigments that color cantaloupe. Red Dacca runs 30 to 40% shorter and stubbier than Cavendish, with a denser texture and a raspberry-tinged sweetness. Beta-carotene content sits at roughly 3 times Cavendish levels. Specialty grocers in the United States sell Red Dacca at $3 to $5 per pound, an order of magnitude above the supermarket Cavendish standard of around 60 cents per pound. Ladyfinger, the small finger-sized bananas common across Asian markets are a cluster of related cultivars, the most widespread being Sucrier from Indonesia and Pisang Mas from Malaysia, both meaning size MCs, sugar banana or golden sugar. A ladyfinger runs 3 to 4 inches long, a third the size of a Cavendish, with thinner peel and roughly 30% more sugar by weight. The flavor is intensely banana-forward with no green or starchy note, even before the peel has spotted. They appear in Thai dessert sticky rice with coconut, in Filipino Turon spring rolls, and across Indian and Sri Lankan banana sweets. American supermarkets carry them seasonally at around $2 per pound, sold in clear clamshell packs of 12 to 15 individual fruits. Blue Java, the ice cream banana, native to Indonesia and the Philippines but now grown commercially in Hawaii, Fiji, and parts of Central America. The unripe skin carries a chalky pale blue bloom, a natural wax that disappears as the fruit ripens to yellow. The flesh is creamy white, slightly fluffy in texture, and carries a vanilla-custard flavor that gave the variety its English name. Blue Java tolerates cooler temperatures than most banana varieties and survives light frost, which has made it a backyard cultivar in California, Florida, and the Gulf Coast. The fruit is rarely shipped commercially because it bruises easily and ripens unevenly. Hawaiian farmers markets sell them at around $4 per pound during the August to December season. Manzano, The apple banana of Latin America. The Spanish name means apple, and the flesh carries a distinct tart apple note alongside the banana sugar, the result of higher malic acid content than any other commonly traded variety. Manzano runs short and chubby, about half the length of a Cavendish, with thick yellow skin that turns completely black at peak ripeness. The variety is the daily fruit of Mexican school lunches, Ecuadorian breakfast tables, and Cuban morning markets, and accounts for roughly 15% of all banana volume consumed within Latin America. The fruit must be allowed to blacken before eating. Cutting into a yellow manzano produces a chalky, astringent bite. Latin grocers in the United States price them at around $1.50 per pound. Burro. The square banana. Burros from Mexico and the Caribbean have a noticeably angular cross-section, 4 flat sides rather than the round profile of Cavendish, and the peel ridges run more prominently along the length of the fruit. The flesh carries a lemon-citrus undertone with the banana sweetness, the most acidic profile of any common variety. Cooks use burros either green for fried banana chips or fully ripe for desserts in Caribbean and Yucatec recipes. The variety is also tough enough to be exported in green form by ship, which made it a smaller secondary trade item alongside Gros Michel through the early 20th century. United States Latin grocers sell burros at around $1.75 per pound. Fe'i banana. The Pacific Islands orange flesh banana, native to Tahiti, Samoa, Fiji, and across Micronesia. Fe'i bananas grow with their stems pointed upward toward the sky, rather than hanging downward like every other Musa variety, a geotropic anomaly unique to the species. The flesh is bright orange, packed with roughly 5 times the beta-carotene of a Cavendish, and the fruit is traditionally roasted or boiled rather than eaten raw. In 1998, the Micronesian nutritionist Lois Englberger discovered that Fe'i consumption protected outer island children from the vitamin A deficiency that was causing widespread night blindness in Central Pacific populations, and her Go Yellow campaign promoted Fe'i across Pohnpei and the Marshall Islands. The varieties are still rare outside the South Pacific and almost never enter international trade. Goldfinger. The disease-resistant banana that almost replaced Cavendish but never reached the supermarket. Goldfinger, formerly FHIA1, was developed in 1989 by the Fundación Hondureña de Investigación Agrícola, a private breeding institution in Honduras, as a cross between Pisang Lilan and Highgate. The hybrid is resistant to Race 1 Panama disease, the Race 4 strain now threatening Cavendish, and black sigatoka leaf fungus that costs commercial growers billions in fungicide spraying each year. Taste tests rate Goldfinger sweeter and tangier than Cavendish, with a hint of apple. Major exporters declined to switch because supermarket buyers wanted uniform yellow Cavendish, and the cost of replanting an industrial banana plantation runs into hundreds of millions of dollars. Goldfinger remains a smallholder variety across Latin America and Australia. Pisang Raja. The royal banana of Indonesia, also called king banana. Pisang Raja is the foundation of the country's most celebrated banana preparation, pisang goreng, the deep-fried banana fritter sold on every street corner in Jakarta, Yogyakarta, and Bali. The fruit is medium-sized, golden orange-skinned, and carries a fragrant honey-tinged sweetness that holds its flavor through hot oil. The variety also appears in nasi pisang, a Javanese rice and banana dish served at traditional celebrations, and in pisang epay, a Sulawesi street snack of pressed grilled banana brushed with palm sugar syrup. Pisang Raja is grown across the Indonesian archipelago, but rarely exported, and U.S. Indonesian grocers stock it intermittently at around $2.50 per pound. Mysore. The slim, intensely sweet banana of South India, named for the former princely state of Mysore in present-day Karnataka. The variety is also called Puvan Pasham in Tamil, meaning fragrant fruit, and registers the highest Brix sugar reading of any common Indian banana at roughly 22 to 24 degrees compared to Cavendish at 18 to 20. The fruit is small, golden yellow, and slightly tapered, with a thinner peel that bruises easily during transport, which is why Mysore remains largely a South Indian regional product. It anchors classical Indian sweets including banana payasam, Kerala-style pasam puri fried fritters, and the temple offerings at Tirupati and Sabarimala shrines, where Mysore bananas are part of daily prasadam distributed to pilgrims. Praying hands. The Filipino variety in which 2 banana fingers fuse together as they grow, producing a single fruit that resembles 2 palms pressed together in prayer. The botanical name is Musa Saba praying hands, a regional cultivar of the Saba plantain group, and the fusion is genetic rather than environmental. The flesh is firm, slightly starchy, and carries a vanilla and honey note when fully ripe. Filipino cooks use the variety in minatamis na sajing, a sweet banana stew, and in turon, the deep-fried spring roll snack of banana, jackfruit, and brown sugar. sugar. The fruit has religious significance across the predominantly Catholic Philippines, and bunches are sold during Holy Week as symbols of penitence. Outside Asia, praying hands rarely appears even in specialty markets. Banana Republic. The political term, not the clothing store, was coined in 1904 by the American writer O. Henry in his novel Cabbages and Kings, describing the fictional Central American country of Anchuria. The reality was the United Fruit Company, founded in Boston in 1899, which by 1930 controlled most of the banana plantations, railroads, ports, and telegraph lines across Honduras, Guatemala, Costa Rica, and Colombia. The company lobbied the U.S. government to install or remove Central American presidents whose policies threatened its operations, most notoriously the 1954 CIA-backed Operation PB Success that overthrew Guatemalan President Jacobo Arbenz after his land reforms targeted United Fruit Holdings. The Banana Republic clothing brand, founded in 1978 by Mel and Patricia Ziegler in Mill Valley, California, took its name from the political slur as a piece of intentional irony that most modern shoppers no longer recognize. Tropical Race 4. The fungus that may end Cavendish. Fusarium oxysporum. Tropical Race 4, a strain of the same soil pathogen that wiped out Gros Michel, was first identified in Taiwan in 1989. Unlike the earlier Race 1 strain that Cavendish was bred to resist, TR4 attacks the Cavendish root system and shuts down water transport in the plant. The fungus spreads through contaminated soil clinging to boots, tires, and tools, with no known fungicidal cure. TR4 reached the Philippines in the 1990s, Australia in 1997, Pakistan and India through the 2000s, Mozambique in 2013, and crossed the Atlantic to Colombia in 2019. The Colombian outbreak triggered a national agricultural emergency, and quarantine zones now cover hundreds of plantations. Researchers estimate that without containment, TR4 could eliminate 20% of global Cavendish production within a decade, replaying the Gros Michel collapse 60 years later. Breeding programs in Honduras, Belgium, and Taiwan are racing to develop a TR4-resistant replacement, but none has yet matched the shipping durability and supermarket uniformity that locked Cavendish into the export trade in the first place. From a banana that no living Western consumer has tasted, to a fungus quietly working its way through Colombian plantations, as another industry shifts toward a future without Cavendish, every fruit on this list is one mutation, one disease, or one corporate decision away from disappearing or replacing the standard. Geography, fungi, and the politics of a Boston fruit company shape the supermarket shelf as much as the plant does. Let us know in the comments which one we should go deep on next.